Perfect.
Oh,
What's this? Oh man, an actual bird cage. Why would they leave that behind? That is the dumbest
that's
thing.
so dumb, dude.
Looks like they're heading to my alibi.
That's it. That is the entire...
We did it. Now we know.
That's the entire...
How would we know they're going to my alibi? What did we scan? What would tell us
It
that?
said there was cocaine.
So my alibi? Gotham is filled with cocaine.
No.
That's what's raining down in the sky right now.
I
It's
said
cocaine.
no. I said
it's
no.
not even winter right now.
No. What's this?
Whatever, dude.
Increased disruptor capacity. Oh, that is a thing. Okay, finally.
Do you see the new Venom movie comes out in like 2
The new
weeks?
what movie?
Venom!
The new what movie?
Venom!
Okay. I need to hear it a few more times.
Venom!
Oh, no. Oh, man.
You boob. Are you gonna go see it?
Yeah.
Carnage. Let there be carnage, dude.
I'm more interested in that than in Shang-Chi because I'm a racist.
You say Shang-Chi?
No, I was just making a joke.
Oh.
I said Shang-Chi, but not actually a racist. I want to see both. I haven't had time yet. Just screwing with you.
Just
messing with you.
I'm not a racist, okay? I'm not. I'm not, dude.
How do you get in here?
You might have to fly in. Fly
Into
in
that
real good.
tiny little hole?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, just gonna sneak in there.
That is going to be a real bummer,
It's
dude.
gonna be a tight squeeze. Tight squeeze. Ooh, first try.
Some of the puzzles in this game are stupid.
I agree, that was pretty dumb.
Honestly, like, I feel like there's no thought behind some of them.
Like, we're just gonna put this in a little bit of a hole. You're gonna have to fly into it.
Yeah, good luck.
How about that, huh? Riddle me this.
Diddle me this.
Diddle me. That's it.
Are you excited for Venom?
Dude, I am. I'm wondering, because wasn't Tom Hardy pretty mad about the first one? Like, I heard there were rumors that he went and was like throwing a fit and hated the writing and wanted to change certain things about the first Venom.
Yes.
So, did they give him freedom in the second one now? Or is it just like...
Still PG-13, so I don't know.
Interesting.
Probably, I mean, not. I guess.
Oh.
I don't know. People really misrepresent what he said, too. Like, people say, like, oh, well, he said that, you know, he made these movies for his kids, but, like, one of his first quotes is literally that he wanted the movie to be dark. Did you know that?
Really?
One of the first things he said about Venom was that he wanted it to be like a dark exploration of them.
Which is dope.
So it's like, what are you talking about? Like, he wanted this movie to not be, you know... I mean, maybe you could make an argument that he just wanted a PG-13 that pushed towards R. Sure, I could buy that argument. But, like, to make the argument that he just wanted Venom to be a kid's movie is not accurate at all.
Well, and that's why I was kind of surprised, based on what I was hearing and reading, that he even signed on for Venom 2. Because it did pretty well at the box office, didn't it, the first time? I thought it did pretty well.
Yeah, it did. Really good. I thought it was like $1 billion thing.
Yeah. So, like, it makes sense that they did a sequel monetarily, but I just didn't know if they'd get Tom Hardy back. I think he's fantastic, though. But speaking of Venom, dude, did you see the second Marvel Spider-Man game trailer?
Yeah.
That... I know it was purely cinematic.
Right.
But the reveal at the end, though.
I don't know. Do you think they're going to do Black Suit before Venom? Or after? Because...
I'd see probably after. Or maybe even in the middle of the game. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. All I know is I want to see Tobey Maguire strutting up and down a street.
That's fair.
They better fix that damn door.
So we can get our rent or whatever?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, can we maybe put this where I'm pointing? Alright. No,
I don't think so, dude.
That's okay.
Why don't you try again? Just try it again. See what happens. Oh.
Third time's the charm, I guess, or whatever.
Or whatever.
Alright, let's do
I don't
that.
know anymore. Go!
Let's get this. I can't. Okay, perfect. Now,
We're outta here.
let's do this. I want to...
Should we go to my alibi?
Yes, but I want to go and get... Wish this would go away. I want to go get a different bat suit real quick.
We should.
And talk to gal friend.
We need some wisdom.
We do. We do.
That's right.
I might need slightly over 40, like 42-ish, because that first conversation was 23 minutes. I can't cut that.
That's
because that would make me look bad.
We can do 42. And listen, yeah, I don't want you to look great, but bad is not what I'm looking for.
I want to look bad.
Well, I can make that happen.
What suit do you want? Let's run through them real quick here. We got
Nope.
Azrael we've used, Long Halloween. We used that a little, but then...
I really like the Long Halloween one. I don't want that one. Still don't want that one. That could be a blast. I like that one, but not right now. It's cool, but not right now. No.
I like that one. You don't like this one?
I mean, it's cool, but not right now. No. Oh, I kind of like...
You like Throat Killer?
Yeah, I do like Thrill Killer. The original's great, of course. That one's cool. I like... Brightest Day is really cool, actually.
Earth 2.
Do they have the best bat
Earth
suits
2.
in this game? Like,
Some of them.
selection-wise?
Some of them. I think Knight does. But what do you want here?
Let's do Thrill Killer.
You want Throat Killer? Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Thrill Killer, that is it.
Oh, the sleeves are terrible, actually.
Do you not want Throat Killer?
Nope, change it. I didn't realize how bad the sleeves look.
Yeah, and he also looks like he's wearing, like, underwear.
Yeah.
You want Adam West for a little while?
Let's do Adam West, yep.
Alright.
It's safe.
Get like 10 minutes Adam West here.
Yeah. Much better.
Right.
That was quite a display on the bridge.
Are the hostages safe?
All accounted for, as far as I can tell. What's wrong, sir? You seem upset.
I told Gordon to stay back, and he went in anyway.
Indeed. It's why you're still alive. He deserves your gratitude, not ire.
That's true.
20,000 XP.
Thanks for the XP, Al.
Very cool, my man.
My Alfred buy. Where is my alibi? Do you know? No Enigma data handler. Black mass drug stashes.
Enigma.
What'd you call me? That's our word.
Oh, sorry about that.
Here. Here.
Do you think...
Yes.
Perfect.
Even if you're going to say something extremely offensive, yes. No, what were you going to ask me?
Do you think that if Clooney was given a good script that he could have been a good Batman? Or do you think there was no hope for that guy? Because I honestly think he had no hope. I don't think he would have been good.
I kind of think that too. He's a fine actor, and he can play off like a billionaire rich guy. But he was kind of old already.
Yeah.
And
I am talking about like that time, 98 when it came out, basically 97.
right. I just don't think that fits, man. I don't know.
I don't think Clooney was meant to be Batman. I really don't.
I
Like
don't
you said,
either.
Bruce Wayne, I think it works well.
Like old Bruce Wayne, I guess.
Yeah. But I think even if you put him in like the original Batman with Jack Nicholson, that doesn't work, dude. I don't think that works.
That's the guy! That's the guy!
No, I don't either. I just think it's a weird fit that doesn't work.
No.
But it's because I'm a cloonophobe.
It's disgusting, dude.
I need everyone to know.
Have there been bat nipples on a bat suit ever since? Is that the only occasion of bat nipples?
I think it's one of them, yeah. I mean, I can't think of another time when that happened. Can you?
No. Well, I was trying to think like animated. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Speaking of which, I told you, I just finished and like really, I just finished Justice League from the DCAU. Not Unlimited, but just Justice League. Dude, it is genuinely, it made me think after I finished watching that. And I've still got JLU, Static Shock, and Beyond to watch through. Part of me
Thinks it's the best?
thinks it's like my favorite universe. Like
Oh.
MCU,
Oh, yeah.
everything. Like
I think it's better than the MCU and the DCEU.
that's like after watching
Really?
Justice League, and then I had never seen Superman the animated series. That was incredible, like super good. Justice League, there wasn't a bad episode or a bad story in the entire run.
Dude, check this out.
Fine, you want the club? It's yours. But when the boss finds out about this, he will stay away if he values his life.
Fine, you want the club? See, take this club. Why was he talking like that?
I don't know, but did you see the guy stood up instantly and was running, and this guy turned instantly?
Yeah, dude.
Never ask.
I'm gonna hang up here for a while though. But yeah, dude, like I was saying, I think after I finished that, and I still got JLU, which I'm really looking forward to. Static Shock, I've never seen. I'm really excited to see what happens with that too.
Oh, Static's great.
Never seen a single episode. I'm stoked. And there was even that web series, Gotham Girls. That was actually kind of fun too. They're like 2-minute episodes. You can find them on YouTube. That was a good time.
Is there any way to own that?
Not that I know of. No, it's just like a web series. But it's very cool. Definitely worth watching. Probably in total would take you like an hour to watch the whole thing. It's just episode after episode. It's Batgirl, Harley Quinn, Catwoman, and Ivy are the main features in that.
Nice.
Super fun. But yeah, between that, obviously the Batman animated series, Superman the animated series, Justice League, JLU, Beyond, the movies that went with them, Mask of the Phantasm, Sub-Zero, Mystery of the Batwoman. Like it's really, for me, I think I do like it more than the MCU.
Where's the one hostile?
And I love the MCU, but
oh, that's him.
Yeah, Bird Boy.
Who are you?
They call me Bird.
Bane's lieutenant. Putting you away should set him back.
Bane already has all he needs. He will find you. He will break you.
Alfred, put in a call to GCPD. They'll want to bring these men in for questioning.
Dude, I wish that they would, with these missions, if you do them either before or after, they had alternate audio. You know what I mean? Or alternate dialogue.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, it's different. Because, like, if they just have the one set and you do this afterward, it doesn't fit.
No, it doesn't fit at all.
They should have them do, like, 2 lines of things. Where it's like, oh, you beat Bane, now I beat you, or something, you know? Like, exactly like that. That's really good dialogue.
You beat Bane, now I beat you off?
Yeah, dude.
That's your dialogue?
That's
really?
the dialogue I'd go for.
Come on, I just want to see... Oh my gosh, I just want to see the map.
You can't,
so this
dude.
Is over there.
What was that poster? You go look to your right.
I will in 1 second. There might be a Zatanna reference here. I think there is in this place. Not sure if it's that though.
No, it's my alibi. Okay.
I think out front, like in the front, there's like a thing about Zatanna performing here.
There's some real good references in this game. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I have a question for you though.
Yeah.
Do you think that universe ruined Harley? And here's what I mean. Just think about this.
It created Harley.
I know, but just hear me out. Yes, and I agree with you, but Return of the Joker. Do you remember the flashback in Return of the Joker? Her characterization is all over the place. Like, I'm talking not they ruined Harley permanently. I'm talking about in that universe. Do you think that some choices they made really hurt the Harley Quinn character in that universe? Because I thought that...
In Return of the Joker?
Yeah, because they had built her up. Like, they're now trying to build her up even in that with things like Batman and Harley Quinn. To have been more sympathetic. And Gotham Girls. Because I have seen a couple of little clips of that where they were trying to build her up, and Poison Ivy too, to be more sympathetic because Bruce Timm liked them. And wanted to portray... How do I get out of here? Wanted to portray Harley as not just a villain, but someone who's misguided, and wanted to portray Poison Ivy the same way. You know, she like has greater good intentions. She's not just evil. But then, after all of that growth with those little things, with Batman and Harley Quinn, I get people don't like the movie, but I'm just saying they did characterize her to become a better person. The fact that Return of the Joker was made years earlier takes place after it, and in it, she basically helps Joker mind rape Tim Drake into submission, into turning in, like, tortures him mentally and physically for weeks to turn him into a Joker after all of that growth. Like, I feel like you had to pick a direction. You know what I mean? Like, why did it seem like they wanted her to be more sympathetic and more almost pushing towards good guy-ish Harley Quinn like she is now in the comics, right? With some of that side stuff. And then, obviously it was written after, but Batman and Harley Quinn being written after to solidify that characterization change that they had been going for in New Batman Adventures and in, the Gotham Girl stuff and all that. But then all of a sudden she's just doing that. You know what I mean? Isn't that weird?
It's like a
retcon.
I get what you mean. I thought, my initial thought was,
okay.
I guess when you were talking about it, was that I think that there was that growth there, and I think part of it was just that they wrote it later, and that was kind of a retcon a little bit. But I also think that she still is capable of doing things that are not so great, and especially part of that I think can be attributed to her being back with the Joker at that time. It brings out the worst in Harley when she's with the Joker. So you could make an argument of it's like, well, when she's by herself or when she's with Poison Ivy, she's kind of becomes more back to Harleen Quinzel than Harley Quinn. And it's almost like a split between the two. And even I think in Return of the Joker, doesn't she have a moment, like a couple moments, even when like Barbara is chasing her around the asylum, where she's not as evil. Like she's still trying to hit her and still trying to, stop Barbara from getting near her. But from what I remember, and I still haven't seen it in a little while, I've seen it like 50 times, but I don't remember.
I know, because it's one of the best Batman movies ever made.
It's so good. But I thought for some reason...
No, you are right on that. Like, there are sympathetic moments, but I'm just saying that I find her characterization in that universe very weird because of that. Like,
a little bit of a split,
I kind of think that... I honestly... If I could change one thing in the DCAU, well, two things, I would continue with side stories now. Like, I would give Wonder Woman an animated series. I've talked about this on Twitter.
That is so good.
I would give that Diana Prince, that Wonder Woman animated series.
I'd give Flash one, too.
I would give Flash one, too. And, they don't need to be long. If you want to make them 1 or 2 seasons,
John Stewart's Green Lantern. You could give the whole Justice League one.
Yeah. And I would pair John Stewart with Hawkgirl.
Yeah.
I would give them a show together.
Maybe set
And
in like
after Unlimited, I would say.
After Unlimited?
Yeah, when they're together.
That's a lot of development, yeah. I like that, yeah.
So, because they eventually have a son in that universe, remember that?
That's crazy, yeah.
I think that if you did that, that would be great. But one other thing I would change is I would remove her from that movie. Now, obviously you can't now.
Right.
But I would have not put her in there. And I would have instead now been developing more stories with her, because they kind of made it so they can't come back from it. They say, like, we never found her body, she was just gone.
But then she shows up at the end, Mama Harley. Yeah.
But they didn't know she was alive. So, unless Barbara Gordon was lying to Terry, which would be weird, but I guess you could go that route.
Could.
But, like, it's one of those things where it's just odd that there's some weird stuff in that movie in general, like how he doesn't know anything about the Joker, like Terry McGinnis. I know it's been years, but he's like, who was the Joker anyway? It's like, wait, no one...
There's a gang called the Jokers.
People don't remember the Joker, like the mass murderer Joker? People don't remember him? How?
Yeah, dude.
Like, that's one thing to me that was weird, but like also just the stuff with Harley where I think that it would have been better to move her away from Joker at that point in her character development. I guess they hadn't done that yet in general, to be fair. She was still solidly tied to the Joker in everything at that point, even comics.
Well, they had mad love at that point, and she still was tied to him, yeah, and she'd always go back to him for the most part, but like they still had...
But now she's independent.
Yeah.
Now.
No, she is. Yeah.
And they didn't do that yet. That's all I meant.
Yeah, no, true.
So I know it would have been like a forward-thinking thing, but,
yeah.
If you move her to kind of be more with Poison Ivy in that universe or whatever, and less with... Maybe it would have been a problem because it would have been like a bisexual relationship in the 90s or early 2000s when it wasn't as accepted.
Maybe.
But I thought for her character writing, that would have made more sense than like, she goes from being a bad person or like a very deeply disturbed person to someone who's still disturbed but very clearly wants to be a good person. Like, by the end of Batman and Harley Quinn in the timeline.
Yeah.
To, no. Now she's, like, mind violating and physically violating a teenager.
Yeah.
Again. Like, this is a pretty big...
It's a bit of a shift. Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
It's
for sure.
rough. It really frustrates me because that's, like, probably... I love most Harley Quinn renditions I've seen. That has got to be one of my favorites. And it really frustrates me to see... like her go back to that and then just be non-sympathetic really in general again after all that.
Yeah. And like you said, that's something that they made beforehand, so it's like...
Maybe I'm being unfair here because of that, I don't know. But
that's what's tricky.
It's a timeline, though. You chose to put that other thing in front of it in the timeline. I didn't choose that.
And I think that they really wanted to go dark and push the limits with that movie. And I think that's part of it, too, is that they were like, listen... This is a dark universe regardless, and this is a movie where we can really have they have a director's cut of the movie, don't they? Where it's more, it's great. It's a more dark version. Joker's death is a bit more graphic too. It's kind of tough, but it's really well done. And I think that was their opportunity. I mean, Mask of the Phantasm was really good. It was something that came out in theaters, but it wasn't as, it was dark. It was still very dark, I suppose. But the movies, I think, is where they really push the boundaries and where they really
Yeah, but did you need Harley for that, though? That's all I meant. Like, if you were going to try and make Harley sympathetic later, I don't know if that was a good move. That's all I mean.
Maybe.
For her characterization.
And maybe they didn't know if they were going to make her sympathetic.
They probably didn't.
Yeah.
They probably had no idea. But I do think that, Bruce Timm always wanted her to be. Like, he designed her. That was one of his favorite characters. Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Supergirl in the DCAU was one of his favorites.
Yeah, really good,
And Batgirl. Those were probably some of his favorite ones. Like, why do you think they did Gotham Girls? Or why do you think they went back and made a movie with Harley Quinn? It's because, like, Bruce Timm's, like, a fucking sucker for these characters. He loves those people. Yeah. Especially the girl ones.
Yep.
Don't blame him, I do too. But, it's one of those things where it just kind of seems like... I think he always kind of had that in mind, like this sympathetic route of making her not pure evil, but like that movie makes her come off as like pure evil, at least at that point.
In that portion of the movie, yeah, she's...
There is a way to solve this.
Very dark, but yeah.
I would be fine with Barbara Gordon lied about Harley Quinn and that she redeemed herself. You know what I mean? Like, I know you can't really redeem yourself from that, but there's stuff Batman's done that's pretty hard to redeem yourself from,
Mm-hmm.
So, like...
Even in that universe.
Yeah. So maybe say she worked with Batman and Nightwing and helped them and semi-redeemed herself, and they kind of, after a few years, she decided to just retire and just kind of move on, and they helped her disappear. So, you know what I mean? Maybe Barbara said that to Terry, we didn't find the body, so that he wouldn't look for her. You know what I mean? So that he'd leave her alone.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. If you want to retcon that in, it would very obviously be a retcon.
Which they could very well do in comics at some point if they wanted to. Or make more of the shows, which I think is what a lot of people would be all in for. These comics are great, by the way. I read the first season, and I loved it. And I haven't started season 2 yet. I plan on starting it within the next couple of days with issue 4 coming soon. But it's great writing what they're doing. They're introducing new characters. They're doing some actually really
Deathstroke, I saw.
Deathstroke.
Red Hood.
There were some deaths of some pretty significant characters that happened right away in season 2 as well. I should say a death that I know of for sure, unfortunately, but.
You got spoiled for you?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
But you can see on the cover, the Court of Owls shows up. They introduced a new character for Lex Luthor named Sonny.
Sex Luthor?
Sex Luthor, yeah.
I think we did it.
Oh, hey,
Well,
look.
you did most of it, but I helped, right? I think we make a pretty good team. So if you're ever, looking for some kind of partner, I'm here for you. Anyway, I'll let you get back to kicking ass and keeping us safe. And you'll see, one day my father's gonna figure out just how cool I already know you are.
I really like the establishment of their relationship in this.
I do too, actually.
It's not perfect, but it's good to see.
Well, then it just sets up Oracle right away brilliantly.
Yeah, she already did the job of Oracle, then she became Batwoman, then she went back to...
Perfect.
Guy in the chair, as Ned would say. Right?
Yeah.
Guy in the chair.